The Halloween fusion we've all been waiting for is finally here. Yes, this is the champion on the screen. We thought we had a week or two to prepare for this fusion, but it's here. Whether you are ready or not, this fusion is coming on the 27th of October.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So better start saving all your energy, start saving all your gems, and start saving all your shards. This champion might be worth it. I want to take a look at her skills and everything that she brings to raid, and at the end of the video I'll decide whether I want to go for this fusion or not. You know, it's not always compulsory that you should go for a fusion, and from the looks of it, this is not a fragment fusion. It looks like an old school fusion, another old school fusion, which is very resource intensive. So let's find out if this new champion Morrigaine will be worth it at all. From the character design, I can already tell it looks like an undead faction champion, and yes, she is from the undead hordes faction, and because it's a Halloween fusion, I guess she has to be in line with that team right there. So that's her character design. When we see her in game, we'll have to take a closer look and see. She's changed to a stone right there so she can't really float or fly away and all that stuff. We'll take a look at her character design more detail in game. For her avatar, it looks something like this. The avatar even looks better than the main character design right there. All right, so if you're not ready for this fusion, this is 7 days that you have to start preparing for Morrigaine Fusion, a support champion, a legendary champion from the undead faction, magic affinity champion. So this champion, from being a support character, I'm like, do we really need another support character? That's all I can think about. So she better bring something different than the already existing support character cannot do, including the epics. So whether it's heal, whether it's stun, something, I want to take a look at her skills right now and see what she brings to the team. All right, the first skill on the A1 right here we'll talk about is a decreased speed right here on the A1. It's cool. Decreased speed on the A1 is always welcome, but that's not the best thing you need on an A1. It's useful right now in the Hydra. It's a lot useful in the Iron Twins Fortress, where you need to put slow speed on the bosses, right? And it's a 75% chance, 70% chance of landing that decreased speed for 2 turns. I can really think of Seal the Drake, who has decreased speed on her A1. I can really think of what's his name, Stag Knight, who has decreased speed on his A1. I do have champions who do this already on their A1, so this is not the reason why I'll bring this champion into the battle, although she can do it at a higher chance, I think. Even High Cartoon has decreased speed on her A1 but very low chance of landing. All right, this can be booked up to 70%, so that's, I think, better than others. On the A2, let's see if this makes her better. So far the A1 is nothing special. He hits only one. It doesn't even hit twice, you know. On the A2, has a 75% chance of stealing all buffs from one target enemy. Does this mean this is a single target A1? I don't think so. It should be doing something else. Also places a 75% chance, no, has a 75% chance of placing True Fear. Fear and True Fear is essential when you're dealing with wave content and you put it out there, right? So you're stealing you're stealing all their buffs and then you're placing True Fear. This happens if you're against wave. Now, if you're against a boss, she will not place True Fear because you can't fear bosses, right? So against bosses, she will place a decreased accuracy, 50% decreased accuracy right there, which is the bigger version of decreased accuracy, and against Iron Twins Fortress again. So I think this champion was built for Iron Twins and Hydra. That's what I can think about right now, because decreased accuracy on the Hydra heads is something that you need, especially against that one that steals your buffs, right? And yeah, you can bring it to the battle. If you can fear them, you place decreased accuracy on bosses. So I think this A2 is still not that special. It's a 100% chance of stealing the debuffs though. Now, if it was a 100% chance of stealing all buffs from the enemies, now that would be a legendary skill. But stealing just one champion's buffs, that is not a legendary skill in my books, although it comes with a fear and all that stuff. This skill is still not enough. A 3-turn cooldown when booked right there. So for every 3 turns you get to steal buffs from one enemy. Nah, that skill doesn't cut it for me. Let's see if the A3 will make me want to fuse this champion a little bit more. All right, on the A3, has a 75% chance of decreasing the turn meter of all enemies by 20%. Now we are talking. A turn meter decrease of 20%, booked 100% chance of happening though. I don't like it. I'll tell you why I don't like it, because I already have a Lysandra who can do that, a 30% turn meter decrease, or allies too. That's also a legendary. So you're comparing a 20% turn meter decrease to a 30% turn meter decrease. But that's not all. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 20% also. Lysandra also fills my turn meter by 30%. So I'm comparing them right now. This champion versus Lysandra, the same skill. Turn meter fill, turn meter decrease for the enemies, 30% versus 20%. I'll always go with Lysandra, who does it at a 30% rate. That's it. That's better. So, but if you do not have a Lysandra, I guess this will be your budget version of that skill. But what else does she brings? Places 30% increase speed buff on all allies, exactly just like Lysandra does. Wait, does Lysandra place increased speed? Let me quickly check so I don't misquote myself right there. Let me quickly check. Lysandra. I just did a champion guide about this champion and I put it recently yesterday, and I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Lysandra, the skill I'm talking about is this one. Let's just confirm. 30% places increased speed on all buff on all allies. Yes, she does 30% increased speed. Fills turn meter by 30%, decreases turn meter by 30%. Exactly the same skill, but a worse version of that skill. This is on a 4-turn cooldown though. So let's see if this champion's own will be on a 3-turn cooldown. No, it's still on a 4-turn cooldown. So what is the difference between Lysandra's skill, Velominancy, versus this one? Energized. So definitely this is a better version of that skill. Increase speed, increase our buff, our turn meter, decrease the turn meter. Lysandra is better at this. Although she doesn't do a slow speed on her A1 though, so maybe that's where Morrigaine comes in right there. So already I can say this champion is I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed so far. I already have, we need 30% turn meter field, 30% turn meter decrease, not a lower version of a budget version of it. This is not an epic champion. If an epic champion comes into the battle with this, I will understand. But this is a legendary champion, and a legendary that already has this skill exists in raid. So this is not cool. Let me know if I'm reading this wrong or if I'm getting something wrong right here. But I can tell it's the same skill, but it's just a worse version of that Lysandra skill. Alright, let's see if the passive makes it even better for me to fuse this champion. At the start of each turn, places a 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. That's a passive. But she doesn't place it on every enemy though. She places it on the enemy with the lowest HP. I have Venomage. I do not need a single target heal reduction. Single target heal reduction is useless in my books, especially because I use it for Doom Tower waves that kind of heal themselves. So I'm thinking of which boss in Raid Shadow Legends can I place heal reduction in on a single target. I can think of Doom Tower, Spider, Nether Spider. Yes, that's where I also use Venomage there. And I need Venomage to actually hit the spiderlings so they can retaliate and kill the boss. So I don't think I'll be using this heal reduction, single target heal reduction, against the other Magma Dragon that also heals himself, right? When he steals your what do you call these things? Increase your healing. You can steal your healing from if you place HP burn on him, he converts it to heal. Continuous heal. So I guess that's something where you can use single target heal reduction, but it's not single target heal reduction is not popular in raid. You need AoE. If you're gonna be reducing any heal, you need AoE. Maybe use it in potion keeps against the spirit affinity boss right there. This debuff cannot be resisted, cannot be removed, transferred, spread, or have its duration increased or decreased by enemies or allies. That's the weakest passive I've seen so far in raid. This is the weakest passive I've seen so far. I've seen a lot of passive in epic champions, even in rare champions, but this one, 100% heal reduction, it cannot even increase the duration. I mean, not like you intend to increase the duration of heal reduction. You intend to place it again before it falls off, right? So who is coming into battle trying to increase the duration of heal reduction? Heal reduction is one of those debuffs in raid that has still not been popular and can only be used in these 2 places that I mentioned right now. Doom Tower bosses, the Magma Dragon, the Nether Spider, and those Doom Tower Sephirothos waves. That's where I use it, no other place. That's why I'm not too thrilled about this passive right there. All right, let's see if our aura can help. No, our aura is not even 30% aura of increased speed in all battles. It is 19. Wait, let me check. Is this an epic champion or is it a legendary champion? That's a legendary champion with a 19% increased speed aura in all battles. Let's head back into the inventory and show. Hi Cartoon. Hi Cartoon, is this faction? No. She's a barbarian. 19% increased speed. I have to be honest about this. I can't hype a champion that is built to be an epic. Right there. Increased speed in all battles by 19%. So you gave a legendary champion the aura of an epic champion. And you gave a legendary champion the skill, a lesser version of a legendary champion, Lysandra. What is happening right now? Am I getting this right? Is this a legendary? Yes, it is. It says legendary right there. All right. I guess Raid Shadow Legends are continuing in this tradition of making, what do you call these things? Halloween fusions that are not that great. Halloween fusions, you're expecting them to come up and be game changing and all that, but then you are disappointed. The first one I can think of is Eligaius. Where is that dude? I can't even remember his faction right now. Was he undead? Yes, Eligaius was a Halloween fusion, I think so. And he was not that great. He's still chilling in everybody's vault, although I like the fact that you can one-shot him and kill him in one hit. And who else? I think some other Halloween fusions, they've not been that great, to be honest. And this one has gone in line with it. So my verdict is, will this champion be worth fusing? If I've gone through the A1, it was cool. The A2 was not that great. The A3 was even worse. Are you sure I'm not going to take an apothecary into battle instead of this champion? Because you're talking about, where do you use this right now? Iron Twins Fortress was for the decreased accuracy, A1 decreased speed. Hydra is also for the A1 decreased speed and the decreased accuracy. Then where do I use this third skill in that boss? So you can only boost our turn meter by 20%, increase our ally speed by 30%, but you can't decrease the turn meter of the Iron Twins Fortress boss or the Hydra. So that turn meter decrease doesn't work against those bosses, right? Because you assume this champion is a boss killer or support champion to help your allies do better against bosses. But they're expecting her to come into the arena. Is that why they gave her this turn meter feel and turn meter decrease of the enemies by 20%? Is this an arena champion? So where does heal reduction passive come into the arena? Who is healing in the arena? Everybody's nuking everything down once. Nobody's coming into the arena with heal reduction. So this is a very confusing mixed champion who doesn't know where she belongs right now in Raid. Looks like the Hydra, it looks like the Iron Twins Fortress, looks like a arena speed booster with a 19% speed aura. So I'm saying this fusion better be easy, Raid. This fusion better be so easy for newer players like my noob to pro to complete, because this champion is High Cartoon 2.0. I'll say it. 19% speed aura. High Cartoon 2.0. Increased speed in all battles. I mean, increased speed for all allies. Although the books are kind of low though. 3 books right there, 3 books right there. I'll say it. She doesn't require a lot of books, which is a good thing. But I don't think this is the champion that people want to bring into battle. I'd rather bring my ultimate Death Knight into battle and chill. Morrigaine. This fusion is a skip for the noob to pro. That's my initial assessment. I hope to see her being tested, what to see, because this is not a damage dealer, so there's no multipliers to wait to see. Let's not wait to see any multipliers. You can already decide right now whether she's a skip or a go for. For my main account, of course, I play catch them all like Pokemon, so I'll be going for this fusion on my main account where I have a lot of resources to burn, right? But on the noob to pro, we do not have sacred shards. We do not even have a lot of ancient shards saved up right there, so that's not something I'll be going for. So expect my fusion prep this week. Once we see the fusion calendar, I'll be showing you how I intend to go for this fusion on the main account. And yeah, I can already tell most players will be raging over this, but hey, remember, Halloween fusions are not always that great. I told you guys when you were skipping the Maranix fusion that the Halloween might not be better than Maranix. This is worse than Maranix. Yes, this is worse than Maranix. So let me know if I'm wrong, of course, in the comments. If you are crazy about 20% top meter fill, why? When you have a 30% one in raid. If you are crazy about a speed aura of 19%, she will never be in the leader slot. That's what it means. Never, because we do have 30% auras, speed auras right there in raid. All right, guys, I finished rambling about this one. I'm disappointed about this fusion, but again, it's a Halloween fusion. You can't expect them to be great. Like I just showed you, Elegaius wasn't that great, and yeah, they're always new, they're always interesting, but another undead. I'll keep my Abita in my speed lead everywhere. All right, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this one. If you'll be skipping or you'll be going for this one. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this Morrigaine. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit that like button in this video for me and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more Raid Shadow Legends content. Later, guys.